The fields are all white, the harvest is near, the reapers are with their sharp sickles appear.
Briefly, the hadith or sunnah are the records of both the words and the deeds of the Prophet Muhammad. In other words, the Quran is "Thus says Allah," and the hadith is "Thus says Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam." The hadiths are crucial to understand when one debates with Muslim apologists. Whenever a non-Muslim brings up the issue of Islamic terrorism, the standard Muslim apologist will almost inevitably say something like, "Show me a single verse in the Quran that teaches violence." This has been a common technique to throw off Westerners, because whatever verse is given, it will then be explained away as speaking of self-defense or as commandments that were only given on one particular occasion. In other words, all of the commandments in the Quran which call Muslims to jihad are obsolete and not applicable today. But this is sheer trickery, public image jihad kind of thing. The first response to such a question should always be this question: do you consider Muhammad to be the best authority to interpret the Quran? In other words, is the hadith authoritative to the Muslim? This results in a Jesus-style checkmate, because if a Muslim denies the authority of the hadith, then he is denying Muhammad's authority as prophet. Most often, the wiggly Muslim apologist will claim that he does not believe in many of the hadith, particularly the ones that you cite in the course of the discussion about violence. But this argument will always end when a powerful Quranic verse is given that states, "Oh, you believe, obey Allah and obey His Messenger and those in authority among you." If you fall into dispute about a matter, refer it back to Allah and His Messenger if you believe in Allah and the last days. This is in Quran, Surah chapter 4, verse 59. After this, in accordance to this commandment from Allah, any Muslim who denies the hadith is not only denying Allah's commandment, but Allah Himself. This is comparable to a Christian denying the New Testament. In reality, most wiggly Muslim apologists do not deny the hadith at all. They simply deny it in front of you. Few Westerners realize that Muslims are allowed to conceal the truth regarding this issue when speaking to non-Muslims. The Sunnah or the hadith is as important to a Muslim as the New Testament is to a Christian. This Sunnah is everything besides the Quran that came from God's Messenger. It explains and provides details of the laws found in the Quran. This is in the hadith itself. There are no serious scholars today who would deny the 200 or so commandments found in the hadith, which promote nothing short of jihad by the sword, including unprovoked invasions for the sole purpose of advancing the worship of Allah. Always keep in mind the difference between Islam and Christianity can be summed up in one statement: Christianity is Calvary, Islam is cavalry. The goal of Muhammad, the Khilafah, the Mahdi, and all obedient Muslims is to achieve one goal and one goal alone: to advance the only glory of Allah as the supreme God by jihad, invitation first, then war, until there are none left who will not say, "There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is His messenger."
The man sitting next to me can certainly tell us he was a terrorist,
a former PLO terrorist,
former terrorist now living in the US,
former Muslim terrorist,
and raised a Muslim,
fighting for the justice of Israel.
We have to stand with Israel. Judea is the heart of the Jewish people.
Walid Shoebat.
Walid Shoebat. Walid Shoebat.
One word caused me to believe in the truth of the Bible. and that's the word Israel.
The problem is a massive racist ideology that is growing throughout the Middle East and the Muslim world.
On this program, we are offering for your gift of $45 God's War on Terror, the best-selling book based on the series End Times Today. Included in this offer is a free copy of Waleed's new book, For God or for Tyranny, co-authored by his son, which outlines why without God in government there is no freedom. Please call now at 1-877-832-7200 or send your gift to Forum for Middle East Understanding at 2865 South Eagle Road, number 310, Newtown, Pennsylvania 18940. This is the first TV series produced by the Waleed Shoebat Foundation. With the support of many friends has enabled us to produce this landmark TV series, which brings clarity to the scriptures concerning the end times. Waleed Shoebat for 17 years, ever since converting to Christianity, after his wife challenged him to show her all the corruptions in the Bible, when he was trying to convert her to Islam. Since 2003, Waleed has been speaking out on television, radio and the internet concerning the threat of Islam, reaching millions with the truth.